Not very long.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, class. I want to start by thanking the Fort Monmouth Economic Revitalization Authority, otherwise known to all as FMERA. Hey, Mike. Hey, guys. Greg, I didn't see you there. Mike and Mike. And Kara Kopak and the entire team have been terrific. They've done a tremendous job of breathing life again into this New Jersey landmark. And under their leadership, we've seen new businesses set up shop here on the grounds of Fort Monmouth, a fitness center, a wedding venue, and even an upscale sports bar. And as a Murphy, that one in particular caught my attention. But today, of course, we're gathered to celebrate a truly revolutionary investment in not only Fort Monmouth's future, but our entire state's future. Over the next several years, in partnership with our friends at Netflix, we're going to transform this historic campus into a state-of-the-art film and television production hub. This project is the product of a nearly $1 billion investment by our friends at Netflix, an investment that will create thousands of permanent and overwhelmingly union jobs right here in Monmouth County. When all is said and done, this facility, which will feature 12 top-of-the-line sound stages, will be the single largest production facility in our state's entire history. So now more than ever, New Jersey is ready for its close-up. I want to thank a few folks with us today, but especially I want to thank Netflix CEO and dear friend Ted Sarandos. Ted, thank you for making the trip back to Jersey. I know you're going to talk about that in a minute. We go way back. Ted's wife, Nicole, and I served as U.S. ambassadors at the same time together in the Obama first administration. And Ted is here with an army of Netflix folks. And so I want to thank you personally, Ted, and your entire team who have been really terrific to deal with. I also want to thank our legislative partners. There are a lot of elected officials here today. I'm not going to go through all of them, so please don't be offended. But the legislative partners played an incredibly important role here. I want to shout out a couple of them. The Speaker of the General Assembly, Craig Coughlin. Craig, thank you for your leadership. Monmouth County's own Senator Vin Gopal. Monmouth County's own Senator Declan O'Scanlan. I know we have Kim Muehlner and Vicki Flynn here from the Assembly. To all of the legislators, by the way, on both sides of the aisle, it must be said, and it should be said, I say thank you. And together we've come together to demonstrate that we are working as swiftly as possible to make this new production facility a reality. Just last week, FMERA held a special board meeting to pave the way for developing this project. And today I'll have the honor in a few minutes of approving the minutes from that meeting so we can get shovels in the ground as soon as possible. And you may ask why. Well, there's a simple reason why we're doing everything we can, all of us, to accelerate the process for building this out. And that simply is because our state's families and businesses shouldn't have to wait one more moment than they have to access the new jobs and opportunities that will come with this. And that goes for every corner of New Jersey, but especially right here in Monmouth County. I want to give Tom Arnone a shout out because the county and the local mayors have been terrific to deal with because this ain't been easy, folks, as you all know as well, if not better than I. So to all the county and local officials, I want to give a shout out as well. It was just over a decade ago when the former Army installation here at Fort Monmouth closed its doors, and it delivered a devastating economic blow to this entire region. Thousands of jobs literally disappeared. And many of our residents were concerned that Fort Monmouth's best days were behind it. But thanks to the leadership of everyone here today, we are collectively turning things around for this part of our state. This campus is no longer going to be a painful reminder of economic decline and disinvestment. Instead, Fort Monmouth now will stand as a symbol of renewed and revived hope. In the years to come, we're going to put thousands of construction workers, laborers, electricians, carpenters, sheet metal workers, teamsters, plumbers, pipe fitters, you name it, and more to work right here at Fort Monmouth. Together, these union workers will literally build a new cornerstone for New Jersey's burgeoning film and television production industry. And then once this facility is completed, our hardworking IATSE or IATSE members will be the beating heart behind every production, pulling together sets and enabling the words written on paper to come to life. So I want to come back to Ted first and foremost and thank Netflix for their commitment to hiring union labor for this project. Thank you for that. I also want to thank, and we'll hear from him, Tom DiBartolo, President of the Building and Construction Trades Council of both Monmouth and Ocean counties, who's been spearheading these efforts alongside the company. Tom, thank you. I also want to give Greg Hancock from IATSE Local 59, its president, a shout out as well. And all the laborers, Mike Hellstrom, Mike Maloney, we got a bunch of guys here who are dear friends and great labor leaders. I also want to note that in building this new facility, we're going to lift up not just the fort, but as I mentioned a minute ago, the surrounding communities, whether it be in Oceanport, Ocean, Eatontown, Tinton Falls, you name it, even as far up where I am and where Tammy and I are in Middletown. So I want to thank again the mayors and the county officials. The redevelopment process will include the construction of new affordable housing units on the grounds of Fort Monmouth as well. And once this project is completed, it will attract an entirely new segment of consumers to support family-run shops and restaurants throughout Monmouth County. But more than anything, Netflix's historic investment in Fort Monmouth's future is really a testament to our broader strategy when it comes to establishing New Jersey as a dominant presence in film and entertainment. Over the past 6 years, working together with the legislature, our administration has worked with the New Jersey Motion Picture and Television Commission, along with the New Jersey Economic Development Authority, to create, I think, the best and smartest film incentive program in the country. By all accounts, these efforts have been hugely successful. Last year, film and television production poured more than $650 million into our state's economy. That's a more than $150 million increase compared to the previous year. And then in 2022 alone, the industry created more than 8,500 jobs in New Jersey, again, overwhelmingly union jobs. And then moreover, Netflix is, by many measures, the anchor order here, as they say, but beyond its investment in Fort Monmouth, at this very moment, construction is underway on Lionsgate's brand new 350,000 square foot film and television production facility in the South Ward of Newark. And if all goes according to plan, it may be up and running next year. And as exciting as all these new projects are, the fact remains you don't have to only look into the future to find our state's imprint on the film industry. You had Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead, which was filmed in Atlantic City. Ted, thank you for that. Martin Scorsese's epic, by the way, he was in Newark with us a week ago today. The Irishman was filmed in Patterson. You can go on down the line. There's a lot going on as we speak. The motion picture industry is part of our state's history. Our identity, in fact, in the industry would not even exist without New Jersey. Because before there was ever a Hollywood, there was a Fort Lee. Some historians even say it was the cliffs of the Palisades, featured in classic serials like The Perils of Pauline or The House of Hate, that inspired the concept of the cliffhanger. And it was in West Orange, just making sure you're paying attention out there. And it was in West Orange that Thomas Edison opened up America's first ever film studio. So today, more than a century later, our state is reclaiming our leadership in the world of film and entertainment. And before I hand things off to Ted, I'm reminded of the Claude Rains, Humphrey Bogart scene at the end of Casablanca, where Bogey says that great line, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship. And boy, it feels that way to me. So again, I can't thank, with the power of a platform like Netflix, the films and shows that will be filmed right here in New Jersey's backyard will reach viewers across and around the globe. And in short, this facility in Fort Monmouth will combine our state's heritage of leadership in film and television on the one hand with one of the most influential leaders in the industry's history, and I think it is a perfect match. Thank you again, folks, one and all, for being here today. With that, please help me welcome back to New Jersey the Chief Executive Officer of Netflix, Ted Sarandos. Ted?
Thank you, Governor. Tammy, good morning. He says welcome home because I was born at Monmouth County Medical. Weirdly, our CFO, Spence Newman, also born at Monmouth County Medical Center. Not related. I like Thomas Edison, fled to the West Coast, but my parents were from here. My mother's born in Red Bank. We had incredible memories, and our family roots are right here in New Jersey. So this is definitely a coming home indeed. So let me thank the governor for your kind words and for your incredible support of this project. We would not be here today without your remarkable leadership and vision, and it's incredible. And the work of your team, especially Tim Sullivan and Eric Brophy, really have got this thing moving at lightning speed. There's a lot to do, for sure, but it's incredible to come this far. I'd like to thank Senator Gopal, who has sponsored legislation that helped get us here. And Kara Kopak from Fort Monmouth Economic Revitalization Authority, whose vision we are also celebrating today. So thank you very much. We're still a long way, as I say, but we are continued our partnership with the support of Speaker Coughlin, Senator O'Scanlan, Commissioner Arnon, and Mayors Telrico and Coffey. Thank you so much. It really does take a village everywhere you go, and we definitely have found that here in New Jersey. I'm extremely proud of our investment in New Jersey, and I am thrilled to deepen our relationship with this community. Through this project, Netflix Studio Fort Monmouth will drive significant economic growth and create meaningful job opportunities. As the governor said, meaningful union job opportunities for the people of New Jersey, while boosting this vibrant production ecosystem right here in the home of the modern film industry. This is where it was born. Our goal for this studio is to benefit everybody in the area and to produce world-class, high-quality TV series and films. I hope one day you will see Filmed in New Jersey on your favorite Netflix show or film. Thank you again for everyone here who supported us. While we still have a lot of work to do before this studio opens, we're excited to continue partnering with the governor, with the local officials, and with the entire community to transform this historic space into a world-class production facility. Thank you.
Ted, thank you. I cannot wait to see that Made in Jersey moniker. You said it takes a village, and that's for sure, and it certainly takes great cooperation with our legislature, as I said, on both sides of the aisle. We've got great leaders from each of the chambers speaking on behalf of their colleagues. First up, please help me welcome the Speaker of the General Assembly, Craig Coughlin.
Good morning, everybody. It's certainly great and exciting to be here as we embark on this the next step in New Jersey's renaissance and in its commitment to growing a vibrant economy. So thank you, Ted, for coming home. And we look forward to the series on Netflix featuring New Jersey films, we can binge watch movies from The Perils of Pauline on. But it's fitting. It is fitting, as the governor pointed out, that the film industry come home to New Jersey for its next chapter. This innovation and investment in it will boom our local economy, starting, of course, right here in Monmouth County and the communities surrounding it. It's been a tough time since the closing of Fort Monmouth, but today is a real testament to the hard work by civic and business leaders in working in cooperation with local, state, county leaders to make sure that something came to a great solution. And chief among them is my dear friend, Senator Vin Gopal. Vin, thank you for your incredibly tireless efforts and resiliency in making sure that this project got done and standing up for the region each and every day as we work through the challenges of the closure. We've always known that this area is a remarkable asset, and that the location, coupled with the natural beauty and some of the best schools in the country, along with the infrastructure and, of course, its remarkably talented workforce, is something that ought to be an attraction to everybody. Netflix recognizes that value and that potential, and so for them to plant roots here is going to be remarkable. And if you would be kind enough to whisper that Taylor Swift may be making a series in the future, everything around you, even the Murphy. So, Governor Murphy, thank you for your great leadership, and to the EDA team for all that they have done to bring this home. I also want to thank my colleague, Assemblyman Raj Mukherjee, for his leadership and his work in revitalizing the film industry in our state. Raj isn't here, but he's really been critical to that success. And so we recognize the importance of involving the players in this discussion. We know that it's best when we move forward together and get our union brothers and sisters to work and part and engage in a project. And I really want to commend Netflix for recognizing how their critical importance. I think I heard you say your dad was a union member as well, right, Ted? Yeah. There you go. So today we culminate the vision and the hard work in a really powerful and meaningful way. It's an exciting project, and think about that. The next generation Netflix, how cool will it be to see that made in New Jersey? So thanks, everybody, for coming out. To all of my colleagues in the legislature, thank you for being here. It's great fun, and it's a great start. So let's get going. Thanks.
So, Ted, my mind is already working this. I think you buy the Hard Knocks franchise from the other guys, and you do it here, and you feature the Kansas City Chiefs. And that'll guarantee we'll get all the Swifties to come. Craig, thank you, buddy. And again, shout out to Raj and Absentia, who was so valuable here. As I said, this doesn't get done without support, both sides of the aisle in both chambers. And representing the Senate, please help me welcome another great leader, Senator Vin Gopal.
Thank you, Governor. This is a really great day for Monmouth County. My mom worked at that fort, and I had a lot of memories going there as a kid. And then when that fort closed nearly 2 decades ago, the devastating impact it had in the Monmouth County area it was felt. Not just on the local economy, but the local schools, the local infrastructure. We saw small businesses going out. So the excitement of Netflix formally coming in is going to have a monumental impact. And I want to thank Governor Murphy. This, I think, is going to be one of the greatest accomplishments of his administration, something that, with no disrespect to his predecessors from both parties, were unable to get done. This is going to be a game changer. And to Ted and Netflix and Nick, where's Nick? Because Nick Nick has been incredible. We're working tirelessly to make sure that local small businesses and mom and pops had a say at this. That Netflix wouldn't just be calling 1-800-Flowers or using national chains. They have worked hand in hand with the Monmouth County community to make sure that it's going to be local chambers, local small businesses, local caterers, local restaurants, and that wouldn't have happened without the Netflix leadership's blessing and the governor's office's pushing. And, of course, our friends in the building trades, my business manager, Rob Shimko, Mike Hellstorm, everybody else that's here, Tom DiBartolo. This is going to be incredible for their members and the permanent jobs it's going to create down the road. To the mayors, Mayor Tallarico, Mayor Coffey, Mayor Perillo, the county, Director Arnone, and, of course, EDA, Tim Sullivan, and Kara Kopak. All of these folks worked tirelessly to make sure this happened. We now have the most generous tax credits anywhere in the country, competitive. And it's not just going to be Netflix. We're going to be seeing people coming in downtowns all over. And I want to thank the folks in my chamber, my friend and colleague, Senator O'Scanlan, as well as Senate President Scutari, and, of course, Speaker Coughlin. So this is a great day. Thank you, Eric Brophy and George Helmy, who's not there. They were also awesome. But this is going to change a lot of lives, and I don't think we understand the impact until this actually happens. But this is going to change Monmouth County forever. Thank you so much.
Amen. Amen to all of that, and then some, Vin. I also want to thank former colleagues. You mentioned George, but I also want to thank Joe Machine Gun Kelly and Danny Davidow, who were on the ground floor of this way back when it was cold, dark, and lonely. We have literally a cavalcade of union leaders here today. I don't think I've been in an event. Mike and I are new friends, Mike Hellstrom, but I don't think I've been in an event that has as many outstanding labor leaders. I owe the other Mike in my life a drink at the Hibernian Hall, by the way, which I want to note that I still have I owe you on that one. But to all the labor leaders here, it's a real honor to have you with us, and I thank you for your being partners in this whole project. So speaking on behalf of the building trades, please help me welcome the president of the Monmouth and Ocean Building and Trades Council, another great leader, Tom DeBartolo. Tom.
Thank you, Governor. What a great day for New Jersey and all its residents right now. Very proud of this. Everybody's worked very hard. This facility will create good-paying jobs, union jobs, for all of the people of New Jersey. Almost 300 acres of land to revitalize this fort. It's this historic place. Many of us have worked in this fort through the years as construction workers. There's going to be 12 sound stages with ancillary buildings, all to be constructed on this site with a commitment to do it with 100% union labor. The use of union labor from the state of New Jersey building trades ensures jobs for local residents that will provide quality craftsmanship without delays. So I want to thank everyone involved with this project, their hard work and dedication, starting off with the Governor. Thank you, sir. The Speaker. Vin, thank you. Commissioner Arnone, thank you for all your help through the years. And I especially want to thank Netflix for your investment in the great state of New Jersey. Thank you very much.
Well said. I mentioned that not only are the trades going to build this thing, but once stuff's getting made, our friends at IATSE are going to be front and center. And our last speaker, last but not least for sure, please help me welcome, I mentioned him earlier, the president of Local 59, Greg Hancox. Greg.
Good morning, everybody. First, I want to thank Governor Murphy and his team for the invitation to speak this morning. I'm representing the International Alliance of Theatrical Stage Employees, Moving Picture Technicians, Artists, and Allied Crafts of the United States, its territories, and Canada. On June 1 of this year, at our district convention in Atlantic City at the Hard Rock's Hollywood Room, ironically, International President Matthew Lowe presented an honorary gold membership card to Governor Phil Murphy for a host of reasons, and none bigger than the signing ceremony right now on this tract of land, all 300 acres, where one of the largest movie and television studios in the world is about to be built, creating thousands of jobs and generating hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue. One person in this room, for sure, that saw the reality, and that person is Governor Murphy. For this reason, I will go over briefly for the other reasons. We wanted the governor to be a part of the brotherhood, and I'm proud to stand here and call our IATSE member my brother. Thank you. With brick and mortar studios being built in towns like Newark, Harrison, Kearney, Jersey City, to name a few, it is clear through the film tax incentives put in place, the entertainment industry will experience the growth in the Garden State not seen in everybody's lifetime. Early film production started in Fort Lee, like the governor said, around 1910, and over a century later, New Jersey is back producing films, creating thousands of good-paying union jobs in partnership with the largest entertainment union in the world. We are now being called the new Hollywood of the East Coast. Why? Well, it's because of the vision of our sitting governor and the wisdom of our legislature, who heartedly passed several bills over the last 5 years, which enabled the moment in history to become a reality. So what does this all mean? Why does this really matter? Why is this a game changer? By Netflix making Fort Monmouth their East Coast hub, billions will be added to the New Jersey economy. During peak construction, 3,500 jobs will be created, offering high pay and wages and benefits for New Jersey families. This over $900 million project will include, like we've been told, 12 sound stages for film and television, with a state-of-the-art infrastructure, including a back lot, which will create 1,500 permanent union jobs. This project will revitalize surrounding communities and increase people's property taxes by as much as 60%. Governor Murphy's legacy will positively affect the entertainment industry for decades to come. These purchases of land and specially designed studios throughout the state will ensure long-lasting jobs for generations to come. It will never disappear. Everyone loves to be entertained, and we have the unique talent here in the Garden State to bring quality to your TVs and big screens. Dozens of productions shot in New Jersey turned out to be highly successful, including West Side Story, which took place in Patterson and wound up winning Best Picture a couple of years ago for an Oscar. Directed by Steven Spielberg, this is just one example of what we have to offer the world. In closing, thank you all who came out to this historic signing, and thank you, Governor Murphy, for your wisdom in seeing this project through. Thank you, brother.
Greg, I want you to know that I've got my union card in the car right now with me, so I'm prepared to show it loud and proud. I was going to, sometimes I say the following, as they say in Hollywood, it's a wrap. But I'm not going to say, as they say in Fort Monmouth, it's a wrap. I'm going to sign this sucker. Sitting on the floor?